Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to learn lesson number 8, the value of food. And in previous chapter we had studied about food and nutrition. In that we had seen about food and constituents. Our taste buds help us to taste, etc. In this chapter we are going to learn why should yes why should we value our food. Okay, so let's start with the chapter. Students, do you know how and where we get the food that we eat? Yes, to answer this question, let me tell you a story. Arjun and Varsha are brother and sister. They love to eat bajra bhakris with butter. Their mother makes a number of other dishes for them to eat with bhakris. Sometimes they eat it with bharta and sometimes they simply eat it with ghee and curd. Often, when serving Varsha and Arjun a meal, mother says, take only as much as you want. Food shouldn't get wasted. One day, Arjun asked her mother, why do you tell this to us every day? Mother answered, why should we waste any good thing? Besides, we must give a thought to how we get the food we eat. Let me tell you the story of a bhakri and efforts required for cultivating crops. Yes, then mother start the story. My father my father is a farmer, and you know that school have summer vacations. When I was small, he often went to my father's fields riding on his tractor. That would be the time for raiding the fields. Father Father will attach different implements to the tractor to carry out various farming tasks. First, he would plug the fields and then crush the lumps of soil. Finally, he would level the field to make it ready for sowing. The pre-monsoon shower would make the hot soil humid. That was the time father would sow bajra. Within some days, the bajra seeds sprouted and the seedlings are seen above the ground. Along with the bajra, weeds also flourish, but they have to be removed. Father would employ laborers to do that. The laborers have to be paid. Rainwater is enough for bajra to grow vigorously. After a while, ears of bajra appear on every stalk. The grains form and ears grow fuller. As grains grow, birds come in flocks to eat the tenders grain. Then scarecrow have to be set up and slingshot used to frighten the birds away. When the ears of corn are full, it is harvest time. Yes, that is all the ears of bajra must be cut and gathered. Then follows threshing and winnowing. That is how we get the grain from the ears of bajra. Varsha said, I understood cutting and gathering, but what is threshing and winnowing? So mother said, all right, do what I tell you and you will see. Yes, and we will continue with the story later. Try this. Take a half basket full of dried groundnut pods, divide them into two portions. Shell the groundnuts in one portion. How long did this take you? Now put the other portion into a cloth bag and tie its mouth. Pound the bag lightly with a stone or beat it with a stick. Now Take the groundnuts out in a tray and tell me, what do you see? Arjun said. Many of pods have burst open and nuts have come out. Mother said, this can be called threshing of the pods. Now hold the tray in both your hands, toss its content quickly and lightly in the air. Tell me what happens, Varsha said. When I toss the tray, the empty shells fall off and the nuts are left behind. But why does that happen? Mother said. The shells are light, so they get blown by the air and fall off. The nuts are heavier and are left behind. While winnowing, too, the drought of air is used to separate the grain from the chaff. Now, let's go on with the story. Dada uses a machine for threshing and winnowing. In the machine, threshing and winnowing are done at the same time. The harvested ears are put into the machine. Yes, you can see here in this picture. The grains get separated and falls into a bag tied to the machine. The chaff and other rubbish gets blown off. When there were no machines, yes, bullocks were made to help with the threshing for winnowing. A person stands a little higher up and slowly allows the threshed grain to fall to the ground. The chaff is carried away by the drought and the grain falls down in a heap. Machine help us to finish the work quickly, but the labor and expense have to be put in any case. The grains obtained after winnowing is filled in sacks. Proper care is taken. Make sure that it will not be attacked by insects or other pests such as mice and rats. After putting aside some grains for the family, remaining sacks are sent to the marketplace to be sold. When the traders they buy the grains, the farmer get money for the crop that he has grown. Yes, Arjun said, but the bhakri is not ready yet. And mother, no, of course not. And the story is not finished either. Listen, the grain that the traders buy is sold all over the country. It is transported by means of trucks or good trains. It is a turn of potters, yes, truck drivers to put in their labor. Transport cost a lot too. Now the sacks of grain reach the provisions stores. People buy the grain from them. They sorted out any stones or rubbish to clean the grain. They get it milled into the flour. Then, while cooking, the flour is kneaded into the lumps. The lumps are then flattened into the bhakri and roasted. We spend on fuel too. And thus, at the end, all of this, the bhakri appears in Varsha's and Arjun's plate. Now, would it be right to waste food that we get through the efforts of so many people? No, we should not waste the food. So understood students, why should not waste the food? Okay, very good. Now see, do you know singharas and makhnas are some special foods that are not very common, but they are obtained from freshwater plants. Much work has to be done to collect, clean, dry, store and transport them. Yes, now other food stuffs. We get fish from water. Fishermen work hard to catch them. Yes, there are people who gather and shell fruits like amla, javun, yes, karvanda, boar, which grown in forest. Some people have, yes, vegetables farm while some people have orchard for growing fruits crop. Yes, some people keep poultry farming. Yes, some rearing animals for milk and meat. All these people put in a lot of hard work in their own occupations. We get a great variety of foodstuffs as a result of their efforts. The efforts and the labor of many people are also required for, yes, here is also given these people put a lot of hard work in their own occupation. Yes, and here the people also required for storing, transporting, marketing them, as well as preparing the various dishes we eat. All this process are expensive. Yes, and always remember we get a variety of foodstuffs through the efforts of many people. Let us always be grateful to them. It is very important for all of us to ensure that the food is not wasted. Okay, therefore, it is necessary for all of us to take care that food is not wasted. Understood? So what we have learned, the food stuff we use come from different places such as fields, lakes, seas and forests. Starting from preparing the fields till storing the grain in warehouse, many different kinds of tasks are carried out for growing crops, harvesting, threshing and winnowing are some of these tasks. After that, crop is transported, sold and prepared for eating. Only then do we get food on our plates. We must all take care to ensure that the food is not wasted. Yes, so have you understood, student? From today onwards, yes, don't waste the food. Okay, bye. Thank you, students. Stay safe and stay at home.